legs up the wall, isn't it? Ta-da! On this beautiful Tuesday morning. So, as I checked in this morning, I thought, okay, what's relevant today? What's relevant today? What does the community need to feel and need to hear? And what are we working on this week? I have to disclose, I did my practice with Ryan this morning at 6 o'clock, and I was taking the decadency of going to bed for Shavasana, and I had a half an hour snoozle. So it came to me that in this isolation time, so just coming into seated position with your eyes closed and hands in prayer, there is people living with us, you know, that don't perhaps normally live with us for that long. We're all at home, or mostly at home. And then there's people checking in on us. So, and I thought, I noticed in the family there's things happening that, you know, really pleasant. And so I thought, how about we'll focus on, and we take this into practice, we focus on noticing and really saying thank you for the tiny little gestures. And we perhaps do that anyway, but perhaps take a little bit more notice of the gestures that are happening within our own family, within our own home, or simply within the community, that are really pleasant and that need to be noticed. So even the children just stepping out of your way when you're and they're in your way, you know, just noticing that and thinking and appreciating that. And so in our practice, becoming more and more the observer. So that whole idea of calming the mind, so the mind can actually draw inwards, and we observe our reactions, our natural reactions, tendencies, how the breath actually flows, just starting to notice your breath here. You know, our tendencies to be in a shape, our tendencies to become aware and become one with the shape, and just simply practicing the art of noticing, because we can't say thank you and have gratitude for those minor little gestures if we're not aware of them. And they're not minor, they are what make life, and they are what make life pleasant at the moment. And always. We just need to take the time to notice. So you're welcome to thank yourself for arriving on the mat, for having the patience here with me, with the technicalities, with yourself. Notice your sit bones against the floor. Perhaps setting an intention for your practice this morning. And just generally allowing yourself to settle, to ground into your sit bones, to notice your breathing, to set an intention, and to just go, this is now it. It's no later on when I have a coffee. It's no when I feel a little warmer. This is now. Cherishing and allowing the experience of the now to be as it is. Let's chant an Om to bring us together as a group. Let's exhale, taking an inhale. Coming into that beautifully fulfilling Ujjayi breath. Noticing the prana, the apana, the inhalation, lifting the energy, the exhalation, allowing the energy to drop. There's always an ebb and a flow, an up and a down, the masculine and the feminine, the yin and the yang. We observe that with the breath. Make your Ujjayi sound as fulfilling to you as you need to. So either a little stronger because you're in that really uplifting and that really strong mood at the moment, or you settle it a little. You go, oh, I just need to start this a little gentler here. But anchoring to the sound, anchoring your mind to the sound, drawing the senses inwards, that whole sense of Purusha, and observing of the soul. Beautiful. Nice. And just slowly open the eyes, bring your hands behind you and come into that tabletop position, that reverse tabletop position. Beautiful. We're just going to go into a few windscreen wipers with the chest lifted. Oh no, we'll lift up into the full tabletop position. That's it. Beautiful. Good. And then seeing if we come into gentle windscreen wipers here. So just a little, getting an idea of our knee joints here this morning. So from left to right, coming to the outside edge of one foot, inside edge of the other foot. Well, of course, if it's too strong in the shoulders, so Louise, I would strongly recommend you just stay with the buttocks down. But all of us do what feels best. That's it. That's it. If you're strong this morning, you've been up since, I don't know, 5:30 or so, then this is a walk in the park. And then slowly coming out. And we're coming into that seated boat pose. I'll show you sideways. So the hands can stay, the knees stay together. Dorsiflex your feet and we lift the chest. Yeah. So it could be a collapsing, but it won't be. There's not a lot of weight on the shoulders, just a little bit. Good. Now point the toes and straighten the legs. If your legs are here, by all means, if you can lift them a little, chest open, shoulders drop. Beautiful. And then we just come into just a few mermaid pumping legs here. That's it. Why did I say mermaid? Legs straight or legs bent. Maybe arms a little wider if that feels better. Beautiful. I'd like you to come into Mula Bandha, Uddiyana Bandha. And then drawing the knees to the chest. Let yourself lie down. Let yourself come onto the back. Good. Legs up against the imaginary wall. Palms face up and we do a few rounds of TikTok. Exhale, both legs to one side. Inhale, center. Exhale to the other side. Beautiful. Anchor your shoulder blades to the floor. Nice. Spine becomes flat as we come back to center. Good. Allow yourself to be playful. How far to the side could you go without actually having to hold the breath? Breath is soft and smooth. Let me see. The legs are straight. Dorsiflex the feet. Ujjayi breath is present and so are the bandhas. Nice, Linda. Beautiful. Maybe we'll come a little closer to the floor. Oh, we'll just see. Good. Dorsiflex the feet. No pointing the toes and we come up again. We come up into that imaginary boat pose. Bring your hands behind you. Yeah, a little wider and the chest lifts. So if you're a little challenged here, you can bring your toes down. Otherwise, staying here and staying still, lifting the chest as if we're going into a back bend. This is a back bend. For 3, looking good. Nice, Joe. Good, Jill. For 2, for 1, we take the feet wide. We bring the hands in and we come into our first squat. Oh, I'll face you. Good. Maybe your squat looks like this, as you know. Maybe you're all the way down. This is a cold morning, isn't it? I see someone with socks on. It's like, oh my God, 15 degrees in the house. We're coming into a gentle twist. And I know when we do this shape at the end of the class or mid-class, it feels different. Allow yourself to unfold. So the exhale brings you down. In the inhale, lifts one arm up. And the other arm that stays down is used as a lever against that leg. Beautiful. Few more. Just for your own opening of the chest, checking in with your breath. Few more rounds. Just going to switch screens, see if everything's okay. Nice. Some of you have sun streaming in. I'm jealous again. Louise, you're good? Keep moving, Louise. Oh, there she is. She's moved the screen. And then slowly releasing, coming into your first downward facing dog of the morning. Unless, of course, you did as Helen does. You've been down the beach. She's probably had a few down dogs down there already. Right. We'll find out after. Walking the dog, one heel up, one heel down. And then wiggling the hips as well. So really these supermarket hips. Oh, is that still politically correct to mention a supermarket? In ISO? I don't know. Inhale, tippy toes, exhale, pretend tabletop position. Long spine. I feel we haven't done that in 100 years. Belly strong. Inhale here, exhale, back into downward facing dog. Brilliant. Inhale, tippy toes. Exhale, we're coming into the hover again. Now, if you notice this morning, you want everything but not the hover, then bring your knees down. Excellent. Come back into down dog. Brilliant. Walk your hands backwards to your feet. Toe heel your feet together. Nice. And we just fingertip over to the right side. Something a little familiar. If you want to, you can bend your knees. Oh, maybe we can go a little further. Let your head hang. Where is your breath? Ujjayi breath. Chest and thighs come a little closer. Coming back to center. Over to the other side. Let me see. Oh, just notice your body. Remember, we're noticing. We're just observing and going, why am I holding back on this side? Why am I looking at my toes? Why am I not still fully present? Beautiful. Coming back to center. Very nice. Why is no sun in here? Beautiful. And then slowly walking forward, downward facing dog. Nice. Coming into a full tabletop position. Full tabletop position, knees wide, and we're bringing the right leg back and the left arm forward. Inhale here, exhale, see if you could reach back. Beautiful. If you have the foot, of course, you come into that kneeling back bend. That's it. Inner smile, outer smile. If you wobble, fall out. No one will notice. Beautiful. And then inhale here, exhale, we extend again. And then we come away from the midline. So your leg goes over to the right and your left arm goes over to the left. And then we come back to center and then we reach back again. Coming into that back bend. Or we just hover. Chest is lifted. Can that foot push into the hand? That's it, Lynn. Nice. Breath is soft. Good. Inhale here. Exhale, release fully. Oh, now we felt into that lower back. So opposite arm, opposite leg. Right arm forward, left leg back. Making a long spine. Good. Good. Inhale here. Exhale. Can you reach back? Maybe you just need to hover this morning. Maybe you can hold that foot. Push that foot into the hand, open the chest. Good. Getting that stretch-like sensation in your hip flexor here as well. Nice. Balance. Breath. Focus. Good. Exhale here. Inhale. Reaching forward and then out to the side. So the limbs move away from the midline. Belly is strong. Good. Coming back to center. And then we hold one more time. In that back bend. In that kneeling back bend. Beautiful. Let me see. Nice. Breath is soft and smooth. We always do the best we can. Inhale here. Exhale, releasing. Brilliant. Let's come onto forearms. Just want to see something. Hold your upper arms here. Measure the distance. And then we swivel open on the elbow joint. And we interlace the fingers. So we're making this solid triangle. That's it. Knees underneath the hips. We lift up. Aha. Okay. So what's going on in your body this morning? Beautiful. See if we can simply be static here. Let the head hang. Let the head hang. And pushing into the forearms and into your wrists, lift the chest to the ceiling. And then see if you can breathe into your side ribs. Just a few breaths. Steady, soft, soothing Ujjayi breaths into your ribs. Buttocks to the ceiling, lengthening the spine, letting the head hang. Nice, Renata. Beautiful. Good. Good. For 3, if you can. For 2. And 1. And then slowly coming out. Nice. Look at your interlace. Look at your wrist. And then see if you can change the interlace and we go up again. Yes, changing the interlace, coming up into that forearm balance. But this time, instead of staying still, we're just going to walk the feet in. Going to walk the feet in a little, pushing into the arms, lifting the chest, engage the thighs. Legs are preferably straight. Chest and thighs coming a little closer together. Head is hanging. There's no tension in your neck. Breathing softly. It's like you're having this balloon that wants to open in your chest sideways. Beautiful. Beautiful. And these still poses, they ask so much focus of us. Observe your internal workings. Beautiful. And then slowly, slowly releasing. coming out of this brilliant work, everyone. If we can, come into kneeling, and we're just going to open this way. We're going to lift the knees, we open the chest. I know this is a different plane now. Beautiful. Nice. Marie, shoulders are okay? Sort of. So, all right. Let's see what we can do. Beautiful. Ina's setup looks like Club Med, I have to say. We all come for coffee to your place when this is over. Let's come into squatting again. Good. But we squat a little wider, so take the feet a little wider. And then slowly lift your buttocks, bring your fingers to the floor, keep them on the floor, and just see if you can come up a little higher with your buttocks, a little wider with your feet, a little higher with your buttocks. And eventually we have the buttocks in line with the knees, and we'll just shift from left to right. And if you're particularly strong this morning, then bring the arms forward. But if you go, oh, I need that support, that's it. Good, good. Now the danger is to come up too high, but of course if there is knee and wellness, like in Joe's case, you can come up a little higher. But do we have the stamina to pull in here? Quite a strong squat position, beautiful. Good, Marie, if you can, look forward. Beautiful. Exhale here, and we're coming up. Inhale. And we're staying in our goddess pose. We take the feet a little wider. We're coming out. Beautiful. Ah. Can we bring the arms in front like this? If it's too much for your shoulders, then just wherever you get to. But perhaps the elbows can come together. Beautiful. And then we're sinking down a little. The elbows come down, the buttocks come down. And inhale, we're standing up. How straight can we be with our arms? Good. Exhale, bringing the elbows together, knees come out wide. Beautiful. Inhale, standing up, but we're digging into the heels. So we want to activate the thighs and the buttocks. Let's do that a few more times. Good. The danger is to lean forward. See if you can avoid it. Ah, nice. Arms overhead like an Urdhva Hastasana. And as we exhale, we come into that squat-like position. Elbows as far in as possible. Let me see 3 more. Good, connecting breath with movement. Nice, that's it, Lisa. Yeah, sometimes, that's it, Jenny. Sometimes there's a tendency to lean forward. Yeah, because then the weight is not so much in the buttocks and in the thighs. Beautiful. And then coming to standing. Beautiful. Bringing the arms out. That's coming to Prasarita Padottanasana. So feet wide, feet a little wider, as wide as the wrists. Feet parallel. I can't quite see whether you do that. Inhale the arms out again. Exhale, hands to hips. Elbows point back behind. Lift and lengthen. Inhale. And then exhale, we're coming forward. Oh, it's a cold morning. Releasing the hands, if you can, in line with the toes, and then inhale, just come onto fingertips, lengthen the spine. Exhale, then come all the way forward. How far forward? You can bring your elbows in, the head is hanging. Breathe into your side ribs, Ujjayi breath. If the space is there, you're welcome to let the head touch down. But it's just a gentle touch down, shoulders away from the ears. Feel into this. We need a few breaths to actually feel into all the places that are stimulated with this shape. That's it. Good, Jenny. Finding stillness here. Good, Lisa. We're coming as far forward as we are. You know, the opening happens as soon as you feel sensation, the breath is soft and smooth. And then inhale to just come up. And then on Sunday and in a few classes, we've done this side bending here. So the feet are still parallel. Let's come to your left. With your torso, with your hands, see if you can snuggle up as close as you can, the chest and that left straight leg. See how that feels. If it's too much for the knee joints or for the backs of the legs, then bend your knees, but otherwise straight. No strain. I can see sometimes, I can see your face if you strain. Beautiful. And then coming back to center. That's not, straining is not useful. Well, it's not a kind thing to do, but it's also bringing us out of that healing. Like we're going over to the right, bringing out
us out, our nervous system out of that healing state. Yes, we're in a strong, modified Prasarita Padottanasana, but we're only practicing yoga if really the breath is soft and smooth. Our mind and our brain feels, let's come back to center, that we are safe. Good. So the left hand comes down, the right hand reaches up. A twisted Prasarita Padottanasana. Beautiful. Engage your thighs. So coming off the shoulders a little this morning, strengthening the legs. We don't want Louise to be too sore. We're just happy she's joining us now. Good. Bend your top hand, bend your right arm and bring it onto the small of the back. And still twisting. So your tailbone moves back. And we're not in studio. We don't have anyone else that practices with us. So you have all the space. You lengthen your head forward. You lengthen your tailbone back. Your spine is long. Beautiful. Inhale here, exhale. Bending forward. Bend your knees for a moment. Give yourself a little pause, a little wiggle. Good. Other side. Right hand down. That's it. That's it, Lisa. Left arm up. And we could bring this into a flow. And I know we haven't even done a salutation. Yeah, but we warm up like this. Beautiful. Let's stay there. Let's stay there. So feel into what happens. So your right shoulder, if you're going the side that I suggested, your right shoulder moves through, your left shoulder moves back, but your spine is still long. That's it, Lisa. Find a little bit more length, top of the head to the tailbone, in a kind way. And then you go, yep, tick, done that. Come back to your breath. Softening. And then coming back to center. Beautiful. Back to center. However, we're going to find some strength here. We're walking forward. Fingertips, that's been popular lately. And then when you feel you can't walk further forward, you lift the upper body. Beautiful. A little other variation of Prasarita Padottanasana. Lower back sore, drawing from your belly a little more, or bend your knees. Look forward to your fingertips. Inhale here, exhale, coming down. Now turn the fingers backwards so they point towards your buttocks and walk as far back as you can. Spine is long. Nice and slow, observing. And you notice straight away when you're hinging around the shoulders, so the shoulders draw away from the ears. How far can that head come to the floor? Where is your breath? Drawing in from your belly. I'm going to come up. I'd like you to stay. This beautiful stretching out of the whole back side of the body. And it is not a competition. You are where you're at here. Good. Good, Ines. Nice. Nice, Marie. What else can I see? Nice, Linda. Good. 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 So Joe, if you can, just turn the palms downwards. Yeah. So we're still grounding into the floor. We're still having downward facing dog hands. Marvelous. And then slowly releasing, bringing those hands forward. Good. We're staying forward, and if shoulders allow, we interlace the hands behind the back. If they don't allow, just aeroplane hands. Yep. Lift and lengthen. Inhale, bringing the arms overhead. Exhale all the way forward. And if you feel for your body, it's a little long in this forward bend, you can bend the knees for a few breaths, just very gently, working more on the shoulders. The inhalation allows the shoulders to open a little. The exhalation really brings the head to the floor, grounds into the feet, and then you can straighten your legs again. Feeling into this. Beautiful. Be that observer. So you can actually praise these people that are with you here still. Those little gestures that we sometimes don't have time to notice. Yeah, make that your homework. Last exhale here, and then inhale. We're looking up. We're engaging our legs, and we're coming all the way up. And exhale, hands to hips. Beautiful. Total your feet in. We're coming into goddess again. We're really good at this leg work here. Inhale here, exhale, sinking down. Oh, nice one. Beautiful. Good. Okay, shoulders tender, no question asked. You can just go sideways like this. Hang on, I'll show you here. Otherwise, let's do Garudasana arms, yeah? So right arm underneath the left. Beautiful. Lifting the elbows away, feel into your back. Is this relevant? Good. Good. And then we're going into a side bend. Yeah, we're going to the left first.
Oh, side bend with Garudasana arms. So where is left? What's happening here? Yeah. So your spine tilts laterally. If you don't do Garudasana, it's just, you know, your elbow, your left elbow is your reference point. Nice. But what I'm observing, there could be a danger with the Garudasana arms that we lean forward. Stay there, coming back up to center. Inhale, keep the Garudasana shape and over to the other side. It's like, okay, I'm sinking down. I'm not leaning forward. I feel that my torso is actually tilting to the right. I feel my Ujjayi breath is still happening. Belly is firm, navel is firm. Last exhale, inhale coming up. And exhale, we're just hanging forward into a modified Uttanasana. So wiggle the feet, maybe bring the feet in a little, just a little forward dangle. Releasing the tension in the lower back. If there is any. Nice. Beautiful. And then we toe heel the feet wider again. Coming into goddess pose again. Ta-da. Good. And so for those of you without the Garudasana arms, we're going sideways again. But if you want to do something different, perhaps bring your hands in reverse prayer or just holding the elbows. Otherwise, we do the Garudasana arms the other way. So left underneath the right. Lifting. And we start on the right this time. Good. Okay, but now we're proficient with this. We know what's going on. We still lift the elbows away from the chest. So side bending Garudasana, goddesses. Yeah, that's it, Jill. And still dropping the shoulders, making space for the neck. Very nice. Few breaths here. Good. Oh, we're coming out of this so strong. I can just feel it. Inhale, coming up. Exhale over to the other side. That's it. That's it. Yeah, yeah. Don't change anything, but Helen, see how you could tuck your tailbone under a little, how you sink into your lower back a little. Keep that long rather than, that's better. Nice, good, Marie. Few more breaths. Yeah, if you need to come out in between, yeah, that's okay. And then coming up, inhale. Oh, just watching you, it's exhausting. And then having that forward dangle. Toe heel your feet together. Just a relaxing Uttanasana. Wiggling the knees. Oh, nice work. Beautiful. So you can stay in Uttanasana and just find your way to your front edge of your mat so you can come into salutations. And they will feel like, oh, peaches and cream now, slowly curling up, vertebra by vertebra. And exhale at the top. Beautiful. Yeah, okay. So what do, no, let's release that a little first. So I feel that may have been a little strong. Let's come into tree pose. So hands to hips. I'll show you this way. Left knee comes up. Inhale. Exhale. Let's bring it out to the side. Okay. And we just let it hover here. So what I want you to feel is that that standing leg buttock switches on, and that standing leg as well. And then there is still that idea of tilting the pelvis. Can you feel how that feels solid in the buttocks and solid in the belly? And that's what I'd like you to feel when we go through the salutations here, just in case that was a long stretch for your lower back. So solidify here again. Beautiful. And then inhale, come forward, and exhale to release. Yeah, feels a little more stable. Okay, other side. Left knee up, out to the side. And you go, okay, what did we explore before? So that not an action like this, but that tailbone tucking under, that navel strong, that belly strong, yeah, that standing leg solid and that buttock solid. And then that makes that lower back here feel so soft and smooth. Beautiful. Inhale, coming forward, and exhale, releasing. All okay? So that tilt, that sort of whoops, lifting from here, and the buttocks engaged when we go through the salutations, especially after these long forward folds, needs to happen for your safety. Okay, coming into Tadasana. Let yourself heal your Ujjayi breath and feel the prana lifts up on the inhale and settles down on the exhale. If you like that visualization, the front is lifted with the inhale The back is broadened with the exhale. Beautiful. So just preparing for Surya Namaskara 8. Open your eyes. Inhale, Urdhva Hastasana. Reach. Feel alive. Exhale. Slowly come forward. Look over your fingertips. Nose to knees. Hands next to the feet. Inhale. Now a half lift. Open the chest. Exhale. One leg, other leg. Additional down dog. Inhale, high plank. And then maybe just onto the knees, shoulders away from the ears, elbows back, buttocks, 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 buttocks. Belly needs to be switched on as well. Inhale, cobra, your up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. We're stepping the feet in. Heels perhaps a little wider than the toes. Upper arms rolling outwards. Remember the idea of triceps moving in. Beautiful. Oh, we're already warmed up. This is a walk in the park. Belly lifts solidly. Breathing into your side ribs. Let me see another screen. Beautiful. Last exhale here. Inhale onto the toes and find your exhale to bend and to come forward, land lightly. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, fold all the way. Strong legs come all the way up, coming up. Palms touch and exhale to release. Brilliant. Keep that focus. Ujjayi breath, inhale. Exhale, coming forward. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, downward facing dog. Keep an even pace. Keep a steady flow. High plank, inhale. Chaturanga, slow, nice Linda, looking forward. Open up. Here are your buttocks, your thighs, your belly. Downward facing dog for 1. Feet can always step in. Be kind. For 2, inner smile, outer smile. Let me see. For 3, good Jill, corkscrewing the hands as if we want to open a jar. And yeah, that idea of your hands into the floor. And 5, inhale, tippy toes. Exhale, step, walk or jump. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, fold, doing really well. Strong legs come all the way up. Inhale. And exhale to release. Let this be a dance. 1 more round. Inhale. Exhale. Halfway lift, inhale. Hands can be on the shins. Exhale. Coming back, down dog. That's just an extra easy breath. High plank, inhale. Chaturanga. Shoulders back, nice and slow. Let me see. Open up and then go back. Nice. Oh, yeah. Okay, nice, Joe. Beautiful. Upper arms roll outwards. Observe your breath. Observe how the body feels in this posture. Observe whether the energy is really lifting up on the inhale and then grounding down into the hands and into the feet and the exhale. Looking marvelous, ladies. Excellent. Last exhale here. Inhale onto tippy toes. Exhale lightly from your belly. Come forward. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, folding all the way and then coming up all the way. Inhale. Beautiful. Exhale, hands to hips. Nice. Stepping the left leg to the left and the right leg back a little for Trikonasana. Lift and lengthen, inhale. Exhale. Reach forward, pivot, tilt. Take your Trikonasana. Such a beautiful posture. Top hand today. Everyone bend at your elbow and see if you can come all the way around and even hook into your left hip crease here. Yeah, you can pull against the toe, but there is an energy exchange. The toe pushes down and the fingers want to pull it up. So leaning back a little. Beautiful. Good. Still in Trikonasana. Beautiful. Last exhale. And then inhale coming up. But we're going to face that front leg. So we're going to pivot onto the back of the foot. We're framing that foot and we're coming back into a 3-legged dog from here. So gently stepping back, 3-legged dog here. Good. Good. And we'll just stay here steady.
Good. That right heel comes to the floor as best as you can. Nice. And then we're stepping through again, and we end up in our Trikonasana again. Stepping through, lightly draw that knee up, bring the back heel down, and from here open up into your Trikonasana. That's it. That's it. Observing, observing. This time, if it's okay, keep that top arm at the top. Beautiful. Good. Reaching for the stars with that top hand and reaching down with that lower hand, opening the chest. Nice, Linda. Good. Good, Jill. Can you look up to that upper thumb? Good. Last inhale here. Exhale, look to your big toes. Strong legs. Inhale, come up. Exhale, we're just changing sides here. The left toes turn in, right toes turn out. Yeah, lift and lengthen. Inhale, exhale, reaching. Drop your shoulders away from the ears and then fold into your Trikonasana. Make sure that front leg is solid. Yeah, we can change sides this way or the other way. It doesn't really matter. That top hand, again, find that bind if you like, or find that hooking into that hip crease. It just allows us to understand the pose a little more from a feeling sense, so that the left shoulder goes back, the right shoulder comes through. Let me see. Beautiful. Good work. Oops. Nice, nice. Where's your breath? So you're responsible for your breath there. Nice, Helen. Good. Well, you always are, Ahmed. You know. And then coming, extending that left arm up. And then we're coming up, inhale. We pivot. We face that right leg. We frame that foot. Yeah, make it conscious. We bend it, we draw it through our torso, and we come back into a three-legged dog. Very nice. So we're leading with the right heel. We're bringing the left heel to the floor, upper arms rolling outwards. You see, you take rest at any stage. Beautiful. Inhale here. Exhale, gently stepping through. Again into the Trikonasana. Feeling into it. You know what it means to you, Trikonasana. Yes, from here we're going into it again. Beautiful. Now that top arm can open. The chest is open. The mind is steady, connected to one breath at the time. Brilliant. Last exhale, look to your big toes, strong legs, inhale, coming up. And exhale, decide which is the front edge of the mat, maybe where the camera is. And we're coming together. Brilliant. We're moving to the floor. Let's come into salutation again. Urdhva Hastasana, inhale. Exhale, coming forward. This time all the way, nose to knees, all the way. Halfway lift, inhale. Beautiful. Exhale, back downward facing dog. Inhale into your high plank. And a slow chaturanga onto the belly. We're staying on the belly. Beautiful. And we just come up into a cobra pose. Untuck your toes, lifting up into your highest cobra, where you could have fairy fingers. That's it, simply cobra. So feel the elbows drawing downwards, so downwards towards your hips, shoulders down the back, beautiful. You feel your buttocks, you feel your thighs. One last lift, inhale, push up into a high cobra, onto your knees, bring your buttocks back, and come into forward hero pose. So knees wide. Beautiful. Forehead to the floor, reaching forward. So rather than rounding the spine here, we're having a flat spine. And that lower back is not rounded, it's flat, neutral. Let me see. Come back into Ujjayi breath. Side ribs extended. How we're going here. Brilliant. Nice, nice, good. So the upper body reaches forward, the lower body reaches back. As you know, this is not new. Yeah, I'm just switching to a different screen. Good. And know how after a few breaths it's like, yeah, mind goes walkabouts. You know, part of the practice, and I really, you know, we mentioned lately, we practice for more than just the physical. That state of where the mind can actually draw in on, the mind thrives on this sensory input. So we draw these senses inwards, it becomes that sense of observer, the sense of noticer. Beautiful. We're looking up, we're coming back onto the belly. Beautiful. Let's do the preparation pose. Do you need to see it this way? Preparation pose for bow pose. Yeah, hands next to the chest, and then the knees lift like this. Dorsiflex your feet, that's it. Lifting. Upper body lifts, lower body lifts. Beautiful. Notice what happens. Notice whether you can work on the bringing the shoulder blades together a little more, and then releasing. If you felt that was useful and that's all you want to do with your back this morning, then stay. I'll do that again. Otherwise, holding the feet. Whoa, full bow pose, full Dhanurasana. Exhale, tuck your tailbone. Inhale, feet push into the hands, and we open. If you can, the feet come closer, the knees come closer. Good. Just a gentle rocking motion just happening with the breath. Good, Lisa. Nice, Jenny. Good. For 3, for 2, for 1, and then releasing. And this time we are pushing back into child's pose. Maybe back onto the knees, buttocks go back, a rounded spine this time for your child's pose. Beautiful. Oh, bow pose is such a beautiful back bending shape. Yeah, it is, isn't it? Good, good. We'll come onto the back. We come into bridge, and I'd like us to come into a full back bend, like a full wheel pose. Practice, if possible. But first things first, arms wide, legs up, coming into the V shape. So again, that idea of flattening the spine into the floor. Yeah, we've done this. It's like legs up against the imaginary wall. I know that's the opposite of a back bend, isn't it? It's a forward bend. Good. Good. Dorsiflex your feet. Yeah. And then notice it's so easy to be casual here and not push the belly back into the spine. Let's not do that. That's not useful. Beautiful. Good. And then let the legs come together. If you need to have your hands to do that, draw the knees to the chest. Apanasana. Exhale, lifting up. Forward to the knees. Inhale, coming out. Let's do that a few more times. Exhale, lift. Good. Inhale out. Now let's come into bridge pose. Soles of the feet to the floor. Here we go. Yep. Have a little feel. You don't want your feet too far away. They say your long finger to still touch your heels, but you need to feel what's best for you. Flexion of the spine. Exhale, flattening the spine. Inhale, lifting up. And now we have a beautiful back bend in our thoracic spine. A beautiful extension. Don't do anything with your hands. Just keep them on the floor. Because now we're going to bring them up to reach up to the ceiling. And then I want you to reach up with your arms so the shoulders lift, and then you drop them down. And then you reach up, and then you drop them down. So there's a bit of movement in your upper body as you are in your bridge pose. Good. Don't let the knees splay out too wide. Looking good. Nice. And then you stay with the shoulders drawn towards the floor, buttocks lift, and you feel your muscles between your shoulder blades work. Breath is soft and smooth. This is a strong position, making space for your belly also. And on your next exhalation, slowly coming out. Excellent. Let's come into a happy baby pose just for a moment, just so you notice the difference in your spine between flexion and extension. Spine is long. Hold against the feet, or just, the shins. Good. And then we come back together into, those of you know that, it's not appropriate. It's not a matter of whether your body is capable of or not. It's just not appropriate to go into bridge pose. You can do a full wheel. You can do your bridge pose again. Otherwise, arms overhead. And I know it's a cold morning, but we are warmed up. Arms overhead. And for most of all, we're focused. Exhale, flatten your spine. Inhale, lifting the hips. Maybe this is where you stay. Maybe a little bit of oomph into the feet, into the hands, onto the top of the head, or all the way up. And then you lengthen your arms, chest opens. Beautiful. Stay for a little longer. I come out so I can see. Good. Good. Yep. That's a variation. That's okay there, Jenny.
And then inhale, exhale, chin to chest, coming all the way out. How are we all going? We'll do 2 more sets. Yeah, so if you just want to do bridge pose and you don't want to come out in between, just make it a little longer. Otherwise, I'll go back to my mat. If you need to see, arms overhead. Exhale, flatten the spine. Inhale, lifting the hips. You're welcome to stay, elbows in, and then coming all the way up, or coming onto the top of the head. Work your position that works for you. But honor the breath. That's it, Sue. Nice. Nice, Lynn. Good. Good, Louise. Just any variation. You're working your back, you're working your front. And then inhale, exhale, slowly coming up. Last repetition. If you want to have 1 more practice of coming up into wheel, do that. Otherwise, a bridge pose is fine. Resting is after. You go into another screen, arms overhead. I'll just talk you through. I'll have a look at you. Elbows in there, Sue. Good, good, good. Nice, Louise. Working on your legs. Don't let the knees splay out so wide. Breath is soft and smooth. Renato, I can't see anymore. Oh, now I can. And then there is Lily. Beautiful. And then slowly releasing out. Yes, happy baby pose is a valid counter pose. Well done. Well done, everyone. You know, you can do this. So if happy baby is just a little strong, holding the feet, you can just draw the knee into the chest here or into the rib cage like this. Ooh. But let's have a little twist here. We've done this lately. Garudasana leg. So let's all do the same leg. Right leg on top of the left. Yeah, so maybe full Garudasana is possible. Or maybe just like this. And then we're going over to the right. So it's a bit like your right leg, the weight of your right leg, which is your top leg now, just pulls that left hip down a little. Now this morning, yeah, let's give us some direction. The shoulders stay on the floor, and then that determines how far the knees come out to the side. And because the knees are on the right, your head goes to the left, you get a full spinal twist. Notice where this registers in your body. A few places. This opens the front of the hip, twist in your belly, twist in your spine. I feel this on my lower back really nicely. Beautiful. Maybe you can give that right leg a little bit of oomph so the left leg comes down a little. Beautiful, beautiful. 2 more exhalations from what I can see, looking good. Oh, some of you have got a sunny setup. Last exhale here, lifting from the belly, inhale, coming up to center. And then we untangle. If you're in between, need to draw the knees to the chest, do that. Yes, we have been working on the tangled leg twist for a while. Right on top, no, hang on, other side, left on top of right. Beautiful, and the knees come over to the left now. And the head to the right. So for some of us, because we keep the shoulders on the floor, the knees are, barely over on the left. Some of us a little bit more flexibility, maybe the knees are on the floor as well. Feel into it. I'm coming off. Just have a look at you. Observing the breath. In through the nose, out through the nose. Let the sound of Ujjayi ground you. Bring you into the present moment. Especially now. It's a beautiful practice to be present, to observe, to become the observer. So this fine-tuned skill of observing, this is what we take off the mat. Yeah. So you can say thank you to yourselves. Like, yeah, you did the right thing, not that there's right or wrong, but the supportive food, the supportive lifestyle. The praising of the children, the family members, for little bits that you may have not noticed before. And then so you be that super role model for doing so, and then everyone follows. Yep, and if it was that as easy as I make it sound, then everyone would do it. All right, belly strong, coming back to center. Marvelous positions. If you need a little Apanasana, take it. Otherwise, we're going into our Upavista Konasana. Oh, nice. Legs wide, spine flat. So if you use your own fingers to give yourself a little tickle on your lower belly, you feel there is resistance. You feel the core muscles engaged, but you also feel your diaphragm moving. Beautiful. Bring your arms up towards the ceiling. Good. These are strong dorsiflex legs. So you're working your thighs strongly here. Dorsiflex feet, I mean, and engaged thighs. Arms to the ceiling. Brilliant. Good. And you may not think much of this pose. Maybe it's like, well, what am I doing here? Externally rotate the feet a little. So externally, it's like you want to bring your heels more to the ceiling and your toes more pointing to the floor. Oh, very nice. Let the energy flow. Let your mind and your brain feel that all is well, all is in order, even though you know your muscles are engaging strongly. And then let the legs come back together. Beautiful. Drawing the knees to the chest. Marvelous positions, everyone. Good. Butterfly legs, Baddha Konasana. Can we do that? Yeah. Good. Good. And then remember, we have done this out of bridge pose before, that little shoulder rotation. We can do it out of Baddha Konasana. It's not as strong, not as impactful. So we're lifting up and we're seeing if the buttocks can come up and the left arm can come together with the right arm. However, yes, you lift up a little, but the knees stay preferably as far apart from each other as they can. And then you tilt and wiggle over to the other side. Once the hands are together, that right knee wants to pull back again. Good. Feel into it. We're just going to gently stimulate the top. Oh, that's it. That's it, Linda. Does it with both arms wiggling at the same time. Yeah, we can do that. And then if you go, oh, you know what, Bettina, that's not doing too much for me. You can come up into your bridge pose and go, I think I like the impact, because the bridge pose, let's face it, brings a lot of weight onto your shoulders. And this morning, that's apparently not useful for everyone. So you still get that rotation when you're in butterfly legs without a lot of your own body weight on your shoulders. And I hope you felt that that makes sense, and that's the case. So each side one more time. Yeah, I'll just have a pause, you know. As the teacher, you just hang out, have a good time. And then slowly release. Brilliant, ladies. Excellent. Let's come into shoulder stand. So if you go, I'm a bit hesitant with my neck and shoulder stand, you just come into legs up against the imaginary wall. Maybe you have your own prop, bring a block underneath or a bolster. Otherwise, if you need to see, have a look now or come with me. Legs are solid, you bring them overhead. And when you're up here, you bring your elbows in. And then you just give yourself a little flick upwards. This is upwards. Good. So you're on your shoulders, those bits that we have just stimulated. You can lift the chin a little. Ah, nice. And there is no sinking down into your hands. Well, at least the idea is that we're lifting up constantly. Lifting up. Let me see. So your thighs are engaged, your buttocks are engaged. The idea is from an inversion is uplifting. The only thing pushing down is your elbows and your upper arms. Looking good, ladies. Nice. Julie, if you can, just bring the legs away from you a little. Like, you know, towards your buttocks. Unless you're on your way out. Nice. Looking good, Joe. Good, Linda. Beautiful. Nice, Helen. Good, Marie. I can just see the legs a little. That's it, Ines. It's practice. It's practice. Yeah. Lisa as well. Beautiful. Good. Good, Jenny. Sue. Yeah, that's it. That's it, Sue. Yeah, that's a much stronger position. Good, Lynn. That's nice. Easy. And Renata and Lily. Yeah, good, Renata. Beautiful. This is our finishing series. We hold it a little longer. Hang on, where has Marie disappeared to? And then slowly releasing down. We're not going to do Halasana or Kanapidasana. Just take a moment like a rebound and just have a little mini Shavasana for a moment. And just now be the observer without having to do any shape. Just notice. And if you felt it, I'm just going to write down who was here. If you felt it a little strong in your throat, then just bring the energy and your awareness sense back into your throat. That's it. And if you felt this really strong on your shoulders, then move your awareness a little more into your shoulders. Oh, ladies, you're doing really well. Good. And in a moment's time, we will actually counterbalance. Of course we will, with a little fish pose. Yeah. So if you know fish pose, you can wiggle yourself into it. Otherwise, we do the traditional variation together. It's such a beautiful shape. So all you have to do, lie where you are, lift your buttocks a little, bring your arms underneath your back, palms facing down. So the arms need to be long. Beautiful. Point your toes, push into, like a shoulder stand, push into your elbows, into your lower arms, and let the chest lift. And remember when we started class with that reverse tabletop, we practiced the lifting up. And I know some of you really like the head going back to the floor again, just a nice little touchdown, opening the throat, pointing the toes. You can open and close your mouth like a fish. Oh, yes, the sternum lifts, the shoulders move in towards each other. Such a beautiful pose. Stay if you can. Notice your back muscles keeping that shape. Then if you can, straighten your legs. Yeah, point your toes. Yeah, legs are solid. There is energy in the legs. And then inhale, exhale, slowly release. Marvelous for the throat. Beautiful, beautiful expressions. So we are going to come into headstand, but if you go, no headstand, not even a setup for me, you could do a few breaths here in your legs up the wall. Otherwise, let's come to seated, just come to roly-polies coming up. Yeah, that's the hardest part. It's like, oh, I'm so comfortable on my back. Yeah, I feel it. I know. It's like, okay. Hold your upper arms. And then feel into that. This is measuring the distance between your shoulders. Oh, I should have moisturized all this dry skin. And then the hands cover that indentation. And this, my yogis and yoginis, this is really important that we're not just tickling the earth here. This is grounding down. Top of the head comes forward, forming that beautiful triangle. Shoulders away from the ears. Oh, long neck. And then you decide where you want to take this. Very nice, very nice. Easy does it there, Louise. Nice, so beautiful. Good, Lynn, working on the elbows in a little. The neck is long, shoulders away from the ears. Beautiful. Hardly any weight on your head. You're going to go further. You know what to do. Maybe this morning is the time for you to take it further or to come out at any stage, you know. Let this be your decision. Nice, Lisa. No bouncing. Good. With the jumper over your neck, I can't see where you're at, but it looks all right. Good. Good, Ines. Marie, I can't see as the camera is pointing back nicely. Good. Good. Good, Linda, I'm watching. Yeah, shoulders away from the ears. Yeah, that length, that growing. That's excellent. And then everyone coming out, counterbalancing for a moment. You know, if you've already been in that child's pose with the foot on the floor, then stay there even longer. Just a bit more. Oh, beautiful. So I'm out of the camera. Hang on. Well done. Good work. Just slowly coming to a seated position, will we? Yeah, I think we will. Well done. Coming to seated. I mean, if you have to go, then it has been a pleasure. I hope I've got everyone still with us. Coming to seated. What a lovely practice. Closing down the eyes. And we're just coming into a few rounds of square breathing on our own. You don't have to start now, but if you're ready, you can. The idea is inhalation to the count of 4, holding the breath to the count of 4, exhale to the count of 4, and then holding again to the count of 4. Just allowing yourself. Shall we do it together? Yeah, we normally do the first round together. So let's exhale together. Take an inhale, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 2, 3, 4. Now that was a very slow count. If you want to do the same, welcome. Otherwise, speed it up a little. Good, find yours. Nice, nice, nice. Long spine, chin slightly tucked under. And just observing the breath, making this an even count. Beautiful. In through the nose, out through the nose. Observing and calming the fluctuations of the mind. Brilliant. And after your next exhale, just allowing the breath to return to a natural rhythm. What's the natural rhythm? Can you also observe a beautiful long upright position, chin slightly tucked? There is space between the ribs and the hips. Absolutely, there is space, there is length. Oh, nice. Good. Being grateful for all the energies that surround us here in our newfound practice space. May this be other family members, pets, different light, a different surface, different scent. Let's chant an Om in our closing chant. Maybe you want to bring your intention back to your mind and bringing it into your Om. Let's exhale. Big inhale. Lokaha, lokaha, samastaha, samastaha, sukhino bhavantu, sukhino bhavantu. Together. Lokaha samastaha sukhino bhavantu. Just bowing the head forward. Bowing the head towards the heart. The thinking merges with the feeling, the yin and the yang. And we let all beings everywhere be happy and free, and that always includes ourselves. Nice. Let's bring the hands in front of the forehead. This mantra for good thoughts towards ourselves and others. And the thumbs to our lips for good words towards ourselves and others. And then back to the heart for good deeds, good actions towards ourselves and others. Namaste. Namaste. And thank you. I hope you can keep your eyes closed. You can stay for beautiful Shavasana. Good. Just coming into lying down. Yes, at home, make sure you're warm. You have a prop. You bring your bolster underneath your knees, jumpers on, blankets. Ring the bell for someone to bring your blanket. eye pillow or a sleeve or just a towel. I strongly suggest putting something on the eyes. It's that extra weight elicits that relaxation response. I'd like you to settle. Before everyone disappears, I just have to continue writing down who joined us this morning. We'll do it nice and manually. Beautiful. Good. And then again, just allowing yourself to scan your physical body, scan your body, and just listen out and feel into any perhaps remaining tension. And if there is such thing, then see if you can use your breath. Use your breath and let there be softness. The sense of softness, and I think that has actually become so relevant and so true in these times we're finding ourselves in. Softness and compassion is how we can actually stay open and receptive in our hearts to love, to what makes the world go round. This is what brings us back. It draws us back into forgiveness for ourselves, for others. Yeah. So the idea of softening. And you may feel it might be a long way from softening into the physical body to softening into the energetic body, the heart, to find compassion and forgiveness, but it's not really. It starts with the physical, with our feeling. Let yourself feel your whole body filled with energy. It's that feeling after practice where you feel that your whole body feels alive. You feel a complete connection to, from the top of the head to the toes. Everything is sort of opened and flushed with new blood, new energy. And so feel into that. Notice that, appreciate it, bask in it. While we're finding that complete stillness where the jaw is soft, the eyes are soft, the breath is natural.